Good old SMH Shakey Head. That's a big one, I think. Yeah, it's a giant. Oh, it's a big spot, bro. Listen, this is just a simple fact. When bass are up shallow like they are right now and they're using that 4 to 8 foot range, the Shakey Head without a doubt is simply outperforms any other soft plastic rig that you have in your tackle box. If you've got smallmouth, if you've got largemouth, even if you've got spotted bass in your lake, this simple, easy to rig, easy to use soft plastic, I promise you, it's going to get more bites than hard baits. It's going to get more bites than topwaters, even the minnow. And there's one reason this simple bait, the Shakey Head, catches more fish. It's bottom contact. Think about this. Right now, most of the bass are using the bottom portion of the water column. That's where they're defending their territory, where the offspring from the spawn is located right now. Now, of course, you can catch them on a wacky. I'm not saying that a wacky or a Nico or a weightless worm won't catch bass right now, but this rig just gets down to the depth where the fish live faster, which means you're going to get more bites. If you're looking for the best setup for a Shakey Head, the best rod, reel, line, soft plastics, and the best jig head, you found the right video. Listen to this one. I done talked a lot about a Shakey Head on the channel here, but one thing, today we're just gonna talk about what baits you need to use. That's it. There's a couple Shakey Head baits that I like to use for certain situations, and we're just gonna do a video only on equipment. I ain't showing you where to throw it. I'm just gonna show you just the equipment side of throwing a Shakey Head today. On the channel, I got a bunch of videos about it. And if you're looking at this video, you saying, well, I haven't seen your Shakey Head videos. Bro, number one, where you been? Secondly, why you haven't subscribed? Like all the other people, hit that subscribe button, like, and come, whatever y'all say. Anyway, you should know that by now. But I want to do just an equipment piece on what you need to do, because the setup, you can fish a Shakey Head with just about any kind of equipment, but there's a few things that you can tweak that I think is going to level up your experience like big time here. Y'all know I got a signature Shakey Head. I actually have a kit on my website. It's a Shakey Head kit, shopblad.com, that you can go get. You can pick up my Shakey Head at Bass Pro Shops. You can get it at Tackle Warehouse. You can get it at shopblad.com, and you don't want to get it from me, that's fine. You can go to the Z-Man website and order it. This jig head comes in 3 different sizes: 1/8 ounce, 3/16, and 1/4. And I've been using the 1/4 a lot more recently, but most of the time I use this one. This is a 3/16 ounce. 3/16 ounce Shakey Head. They come in black and green pumpkin, because why would you have any other color? So I'll take my 3/16 ounce Shakey Head. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to the rod, reel, and etc. in just a second. Just hold on, okay? And then my knot for my Shakey Head is gonna be a Palomar knot. I run that line through the line tie 2 times. So I have twice the line. I like any knot that's got 2 strands of line through it, because that means I got double the strength. Y'all know how to tie the Palomar knot by now. Overhand knot with the 2 pieces, pull it through. I like to whip my knot twice. I wet it right there before I cinch it down. I know it's dripping. Cinch it down. I pull my lure or Shakey Head through that loop. And here's the key part. Watch it. Pull the tag in. Don't pull the main line. So now I'm going to pull the tag in with my teeth while holding it. I like to keep everything nice and tight. I probably should wet that again before I pulled it down. Now, if you pull the main line, you see how that line is see how it's got all those curls in that? That's the line burn from pulling it through that, cinching it down. If I would have pulled the main line, that line burn would have been on this. The friction would have been on that. I want the friction on the piece that I'm about to cut off. So that's why I did it that way. I'll cut that tag in off, just like that. And that's it. 3/16 ounce black Shakey Head. Let's get into the plastics. So on my Shakey Head kit that I got on the website, I have 3 plastics in there. Maybe I only have 2 on there, but there's really only 3 baits that I throw. So For the SMH head that I designed, this worm was designed exactly for it. SMH worms. I think there's like 8 or 9 colors. I'm gonna tell you my favorite colors for the Shakey Head right now. Now it's got 8 or 9. My favorite colors are smoke purple, which is the one that you're looking at right now. I'll pull it out and rig him up. Smoke purple, green pumpkin goby, and I'm gonna go with probably hot snakes. Be my top 3. That's what it looks like. Comes in a clamshell too, so those tails can stay real nice and straight. Smoke purple works in every watercolor too. It looks good in dark water, it looks good in clear water. It's just a good color to throw. Here's a little modification. This is what, a 6 3/4, 6.5 inch worm, 6.5 inch. I actually take it and cut it off a little bit a lot of times. Now this SMH worm, you can do a lot of different stuff with it. I've thrown it on a Carolina rig. I've thrown it on a drop shot, the Shakey Head. There's a bunch of different stuff you can do with it. So, but you can always make a long worm short, but you can't make short worm long. So that's why I made 6.5 inches. Somebody's gonna say, why didn't you make a 4 inch or 5 inch since you cut all that off? Shut up! Like Pinky said on Friday, shut up! I just cut it down a little bit. And the reason I cut it down is it just pairs up with the jig head a little bit better, and it actually casts a little bit better since it's shorter. That's what it's gonna look like when it's all done. Now, I like this. I tend to like the SMH worms, the warmer the water is. I don't know why, but I feel like it just performs better the warmer the water is. Let's just say 70 degrees above in the south. If you live up north, the water temperature is probably about 70 all the time anyway, in the summer. That's about as warm as it gets. But our water, it gets 65 to 70. I kind of like the SMH worm better. Now when the fish are around the bank and I'm fishing Shakey Head and it's like, let's say upper 50s, 58 to 65, 58 to 65, the fish are just coming up, I actually like these other two a little bit better. I'm not sure when you'll see this video, but if you watch my Smith Lake vlog, I was using the Z-Man fatties. I'll show you what this bait looks like. You should be able to get it at shopblack.com too. The fatties is a really cool bait. You see how it's got all this taper to it? It's kind of narrow right here in the waist, and it's got some booty down here at the bottom. And it's got some girth up here at the top. Only downside to the fatties is it's got this little butt cheeks. And so sometimes this one, the hook punches through really easily with the little butt cheeks. I do have a remedy for that. What I've done before, right here in his little butt cheek, I don't have any with me today. In his little butt cheeks right here, you just spread his little butt cheeks and you put some super glue down the middle of his butt cheeks and you just hold it together and it makes it one. Now I wouldn't suggest that you do anything about putting glue in anybody's butt cheeks except for this worm, okay? Don't go trying this don't do that, okay? But you can glue that together and it makes the worm one piece and it actually holds the hook a little bit better and you don't get snagged up as much. So the whole idea with that hook pocket was just to make it for hook penetration being better. But honestly, with elastic, it's like the elastic is it's the best, it's the softest, best hook penetrating plastic there is. That's what a fatties looks like on it. And so in the spring, I don't know why I get more bites on these fat, chunky baits when the water's a little colder and the fish just move up. I feel like these baits work better for what I call, listen, I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I call them the minority bass. They are the minorities. Every lake in the US that I know of has largemouth bass, but only a few of them have smallmouth and spots. So if smallmouth and spots are a factor, I use the fatties or this other one I'm about to show you. And like I said, you can glue the butt cheeks together, and then you actually, the cool thing about the fatties though is you can rig it the opposite way to where the hook point's coming out this side. You can do this. I just don't like the way that looks, and if you get his butt cheeks together, glue them together, that works really good. You know, you have it upside down like that. For some reason that bothers me. I've done it before, but it really bothers me. Here's the other one that I like to use. Z-Man Big TRD. If you watched the Lake Hartwell tournament vlog or any of my vlogs in the past, Lake of the Ozarks, I caught a bunch of fish on this one right here. Green pumpkin goby, Big TRD. There's a bunch of different colors that works good. Hot snakes work good. Sometimes I've even used black. Purple rain works good. Purple rain, Big TRD. You'll see a couple different color kits on the website shopblat.com. And I'm just gonna stick it in there, Texas rig like that. That's what the Big TRD looks like. There's no way you're gonna throw this Shakey Head and not use these 3 soft plastics and not get some bites. Now, the part that a lot of people won't know about is my rod reel combo. So this is the one I've been using a lot this spring. This is actually the production one. If you've seen a rod that I use, it looks kind of like black and matte with nothing on it. That was actually the prototype of this one, but I've got the production rod now. This is the Level Rake series. And I only use 1 spinning rod out of that lineup. Now they've got 3 or 4 and they're all good, but this is my favorite one. It's a 7-foot medium light fast. So even though it's medium light, it's got some, it's got some booty to it. What y'all think about that color too? I kind of like the color on these rods. It's got that sort of dull gray matte finish. I like it a lot. Cool thing about the Rake is it's affordable. Anybody can buy this. If you got kids that are fishing high school and you want to get them some affordable rods but get that high-end feel, a good competitive high-end feeling rod, this would be a good one to get for them. The Level Rake, they're $99. Now when you pick this rod up, you're going to swear it's a $250 rod. $99 rod. I think the best rod in this lineup for the spinning rod in particular is going to be this one. I would do anything with this one. Like I would drop shot with it. I would Ned rig with it. I thought I had a bite right there. I'd Ned rig. I'll throw my Shakey Head with this one. I'll do just about anything with this particular, the 7-foot medium light. There's a 7.6 or 7.4. For some reason, I don't really like longer spinning rods. But if I was going to suggest one out of the lineup for $99, if you got a son, a kid, a grandson, or just a friend, or you want to buy one for yourself, shoot, don't forget you. I would say get the 7-foot medium light. And don't let the fact that it's medium light, don't let that scare you away and think, oh man, I got big fish on my lake. It's not as soft as you think. This ain't no crappy rod. I actually, believe it or not, with my spinning rods, I don't really like my spinning rods too soft. I'm almost the exact opposite on both. Most people like really stiff bait casters and a little wimpy spinning rod. I don't like a wimpy spinning rod, and then I don't like my bait casters too stiff. So don't think just because it's medium light that it's going to be a super soft rod. It's not. Get a 3000 series spinning reel. I'm getting to where I like bigger spinning reels. Sometimes they can be bulkier, sometimes they can be a little bit heavier, but I like the 3000 series over the 2500 or 2000 for one reason. The bigger spinning reels have a bigger spool, which means your line is coiled in a bigger roll, which means it has less memory. Sometimes I use straight fluorocarbon. I just feel like you're gonna get less wind knots with a bigger spool, bigger spinning reel. That's just my take on it. I don't see any downside to going bigger. I do see some downside to going smaller, line capacity, etc. I use 10-pound test braid for everything and anything that I use on my spinning rod, from even catching, 15, 20-pound test striper, redfish, and trout. I still use 10-pound test braid. And then I also listen, with my fluorocarbon nowadays, I don't go below 10-pound test anymore. I don't have any 8-pound test braid anymore. I don't even have it. I don't even own it. I use 10 and 15. I use 15-pound test fluorocarbon leader a lot. This one right here is 15-pound test. This is the Goro, Bass Mooch Goro fluorocarbon. Super strong. It's very forgiving as well. It's strong, but what I mean by forgiving, it doesn't have a lot of coils and memory in it. And that is the Bass Mooch Katana braid, 10-pound test. That's all y'all need. That's the best shaky head setup that you could ever buy. You can get everything that I just talked about, from the rods to the shaky heads, the plastic. That's gonna be the perfect shaky head setup for you to use this spring and catch a bunch of fish. Better go get one.